Listen closely. That sound you hear, the eerie, otherworldly wail, is not music. It is Saturn itself, screaming into the void. These are real radio waves, traveling millions of kilometers across space, captured by instruments on Earth. They carry the voice of a planet alive, violent, and indifferent to human life. For centuries, we have gazed at Saturn as a jewel in the night sky, golden, serene, floating against the darkness like a celestial ornament. Its beauty has inspired poets, scientists, and dreamers alike. But appearances are deceptive. This beauty is a trap. Saturn is not peaceful. It is a colossal spinning titan of hydrogen and helium, a gas giant so massive that its rotation flattens its poles and bulges at the equator, forming a pumpkin-shaped sphere. Beneath that golden exterior lies a world of unimaginable violence. Winds roar across Saturn's atmosphere at speeds exceeding 1,800 kilometers per hour. To put that in perspective, the fastest hurricane on Earth barely reaches 1/10 of that velocity. These storms are not fleeting, they rage for decades, even centuries, shaping and reshaping the planet continuously. Lightning strikes with 10,000 times the intensity of Earth's most powerful storms, illuminating ammonia clouds thousands of kilometers above the swirling gases. Every swirl of cloud, every flash of lightning, every icy fragment orbiting the planet is a testament to forces beyond human comprehension. Gravity is equally merciless. Saturn's immense pull is capable of tearing apart entire moons, scattering their remnants into space, or weaving them into its delicate, razor-thin rings. Imagine a force that can rip apart worlds and reshape them into glittering bands visible from hundreds of millions of kilometers away. Saturn is a world where chaos and beauty coexist, where the sublime and the terrifying are inseparable. From Earth, the rings of Saturn appear smooth and eternal, bands of glittering gold floating serenely in the void. But fly closer and the illusion shatters. The rings are not solid, they are a violent storm of ice and rock, fragments ranging from microscopic grains to mountain-sized boulders colliding at speeds of thousands of kilometers per hour. In some places, the rings are barely 10 meters thick, yet they stretch almost 300,000 kilometers across, forming a blade slicing through the darkness of space. Their origin is a tale of cosmic tragedy. Billions of years ago, a moon, perhaps the size of Titan, wandered too close to Saturn, crossing the Roche limit, the boundary beyond which no celestial body can resist the planet's pull. Saturn's gravity tore it apart, ripping crust from core, shredding a living world into trillions of icy fragments. These fragments now orbit in the rings. The beauty we admire is not jewelry, it is the scattered remains of a dead moon, a planetary graveyard suspended in space, a reminder that in the cosmos, beauty often masks destruction. Yet Saturn's strangeness does not end with the rings. At its north pole spins a perfect hexagon, a geometric marvel in a universe of chaos. This six-sided storm is wide enough to engulf 4 Earths, spinning endlessly, its walls plunging hundreds of kilometers deep into the planet's atmosphere. At its center lies a massive red vortex, a spinning maw resembling a rose sculpted from hurricane winds, raging for decades, perhaps centuries. This is Saturn's eye, unblinking, eternal, silently watching across the void. Every 30 Earth years, Saturn awakens in fury. The great white spot emerges, a storm system so massive it encircles the entire planet. Lightning strikes erupt with unimaginable power, churning ammonia clouds from deep within the planet, transforming the golden giant into a ghostly white apparition. Beneath the placid bands, Saturn seethes with raw energy waiting to erupt. These storms are reminders that even a seemingly calm world can hide forces of unimaginable power. Saturn is the king of an entourage of more than 140 moons, each unique. Among them, Titan stands apart. It is the only moon with a dense atmosphere, rivers and lakes of liquid methane and ethane, and clouds drifting across a hazy orange sky. Yet Titan is deadly. Its air pressure exceeds Earth's, temperatures plunge to -79 degrees Celsius, and its dunes of dark hydrocarbon grains rise hundreds of meters. Jump into a Titan lake, and you would not just freeze, you would shatter. Titan is a twisted reflection of Earth, a world that mimics life, but is built entirely from the ingredients of death. Further out lies Enceladus, a small but extraordinary ice moon. Beneath its frozen surface lies a hidden ocean, venting geysers of water hundreds of kilometers into space through tiger stripes at its south pole. These plumes travel at supersonic speed, evidence of a liquid ocean heated not by sunlight, but Saturn's relentless tidal grip. Salt, heat, and organic molecules hint at the possibility of life, perhaps microbial neighbors lurking beneath kilometers of ice. Even the tiniest moon can harbor enormous secrets. Other moons tell their own tales. Mimas, with its massive crater, looks like the Death Star from science fiction. Iapetus wears a two-toned cloak of darkness and light, its equatorial ridge forming a mysterious sail visible from space. Rhea, Dione, and Tethys each bear scars from impacts billions of years old, frozen in time, witnesses to Saturn's violent past. Together, these moons form an intricate ballet, bound to the gas giant by gravity, each orbit a delicate balance between chaos and order. To explore this distant world, humanity sent the Cassini spacecraft, a lone sentinel orbiting Saturn for 13 years. Cassini mapped the rings, measured the storms, studied the moons, and transmitted invaluable data back to Earth. It revealed the hexagon storm, the great white spot, the icy plumes of Enceladus, and the methane lakes of Titan. But all things must end. When Cassini ran out of fuel, NASA faced a heartbreaking choice. To protect Saturn's pristine moons from contamination, Cassini would be sacrificed. On its final orbit, the spacecraft plunged into Saturn's atmosphere, sending back data until the last second before heat and pressure tore it apart, melting and vaporizing it into the very planet it had studied. A final act of bravery, swallowed by the fury of Saturn. Even the rings are ephemeral. Gravity slowly pulls them downward, raining ice and rock into the planet. In 100 million years, they will vanish, a mere instant in cosmic time. Saturn is transient, yet eternal, violent, yet mesmerizing, a spinning furnace of storms, ice, and fire, a world where beauty can be deadly and chaos reigns supreme. To stand at the edge of Saturn's atmosphere, even in imagination, is to confront forces that dwarf humanity. Winds powerful enough to shred spacecraft, storms visible from millions of kilometers away, moons alive with rivers, geysers, and chemical potential, all under the unblinking gaze of the hexagon storm and the looming threat of the great white spot. Saturn teaches humility. Our machines are fragile, our perceptions are limited. The universe operates on scales of energy, time, and destruction far beyond our comprehension. Every ice shard in the rings, every lightning strike, every swirl of the hexagon, every geyser on Enceladus, every river on Titan tells a story of destruction, creation, and cosmic scale. Saturn is not a silent jewel in the night sky. It is the Lord of Chaos, a spinning monument to the raw, violent, and exquisite power of nature. It mesmerizes and terrifies, humbles and awes, reminding us how small, fragile, and fleeting we are in a universe that spins, rages, and roars around us, eternal, unstoppable, and breathtakingly beautiful.